Okay, we're going in the market. We're going to go get our pork first, I believe, to my favorite pork market. There we go. Oh, there you go. Pig face. These lovely ladies here and this gentleman.
No, 1 kilo is lean.
He's grinding my meat back there. Trying to make sausage with Filipino ingredients.
Usap to ikaduha, usap kilo to. Muna usap to ng dalawa. Nasama ng isa? Puro to sa kilo. Ang galing. Wala ingon siya. Ang katong unod usa ka kilo, ang katong ikadisiya usa ka kilo.
Hello folks, what I'm trying to do today is make green onion sausage from Filipino ingredients, what I could get in the Philippines. They, when you go to the meat market, as you'll see here, the meat is not refrigerated, it's room temperature or even warm. And I picked out meat, they ground it, they were supposed to run it through the grinder twice, fattier chunks, but they didn't want to put any fat in their grinder, so that's a good thing. We got lean meat, but it makes better sausage if it's got about 30% fat in it. But we're going to make some sausage, green onion sausage with Filipino ingredients. We're getting ready, getting everything diced up, and well, I'll dice it up on camera, but we're getting everything ready to go, and I'll bring you back in here in a couple minutes and show you what we're doing. We have some of the ingredients here, the pork and the green onions. The pork, we have 2 grinds, but they didn't grind it twice like I asked them to. They just ground it once. But that's okay. It'll work. We're going to make green onion sausage out of this. We're going to dice up these onions, these green onions, and put them in here. And I'm going to start by, we washed the green onions already, and I'm just dicing them up. We need about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of green onions. And we're going to dice these all up. I'm not going to make you watch. I'm not going to make you watch me cut up all of these. But I'm using Filipino tools, utensils, and ingredients to make this green onion sausage. At home, everything would be ice cold. And I washed my hands before we got started on this, and all the stuff was washed, but I'm just dicing up the tops, and I'm going to keep the green tops separate from the, well, I'll just put them in there. Got to do what you got to do with what equipment you have. Okay, I'm going to bring you back in once I get all the rest of these diced up, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, we got the meat, the green onions diced up, the yellow onion minced up, and then we have salt, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, black pepper, and
Chili powder.
ground crushed red pepper. It's 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of each of them. But I'll label all these on camera. Anyway, now I'm gonna hand the phone over to my assistant here, and we're gonna mix the onions, get all the onions mixed in here. I'm gonna mix this in. This meat might be a little bit lean, which for sausage is a bad thing. For health-wise, it's not a bad thing. But we needed more fat in it. But I'm going to mix all this in here. The green onions. Okay, we got that mixed in there. Now we're gonna grab the plate here and kind of sprinkle this over. We're mixing this in till it gets the protein extraction and starts to get sticky. One good thing about this is we get to try some right away. It's working with warm meat is way different. I'm not used to that. I'm used to working with ice cold meat. By now my fingers would be numb, or I'd be using my mixer at home, my meat mixer. We might put a little bit of cold water in this. We got all that warm water from rinsing it, because in the Philippines here you have to rinse off the meat because it's out at room temperature or outside air temperature. It's best to put ice water in it. Okay, we got a 1 cup of ice cold water out of the refrigerator. We're going to dump that in here. We're going to dump about 3/4 of it in there. Oh yeah, that's much better. It went from being body temperature meat to being cold meat, cool meat. But mix that water all in there. That'll help the spices blend and the flavors blend better. Yeah, there's not enough fat, but we'll get her. A little bit of it sticks to my hand. I gotta continue. Okay, stop the video. Okay, I'm decided I'm gonna add a little bit of cornstarch because this meat is not sticking together very good. So the cornstarch is a binder. It'll get the protein extraction going and make the meat stick together better, because when you have sausage you want it to stick together. And I got to mix this for a few minutes. We'll continue to mix and bring you back here in a little bit once I get some protein extraction. Okay, now we're getting a little protein extraction. It sticks to my hand when I open it up. Now we're trying to cook a little bit, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. We're doing our test patty to see if we like it or not. We can always add or take, or we can't take anything away, but we can always add more seasoning at this time. So as soon as that's done, we'll let you know how it is. We'll have a taste test on camera.
Okay.
Alright, we're done cooking it. It cooked well done. I'm going to try a bite. I'll let my partner here try it and see what she thinks. But I think it needs a little more seasoning. After the taste test, I decided I'm going to add more garlic to it. Minced garlic instead of garlic powder, because it don't hardly taste like garlic. It's got a good oniony taste, a black pepper taste, and you can taste some cayenne pepper. We just need to add a little more garlic. Okay, we decided to mince up some garlic. I hope we got it small enough here. We're going to spread it around. And then I'm going to mix it in. It couldn't hurt to mix this a little bit more. But we put 2 tablespoons of garlic powder in. Now we're putting minced garlic that we minced ourselves. And get it. I like garlic. We all like garlic here. So we're gonna get this in there, mixed in there real good, and then we'll put it back in the freezer, let it get good and cold before tonight. I can tell you right now it's about 20% too lean. I shouldn't complain that it's only about 10% fat, but like I said, for sausage you need the fat. But for flavor and to hold everything together and all that, the best sausage is about 30% fat. This is about 10% fat. If we do it again, we will find some fattier meat that's ground. The butcher I went to didn't want to grind any fat through their grinder, and I understand because it was warm. But we'll go to the grocery store where it's cold and buy the fattier stuff, and then we'll buy this leaner stuff to go with the fatty stuff. So once I get this garlic mixed in, we'll put it back in the freezer, and I'll let you know how it turned out later. I'll have a little video of it. Thanks for watching.